A new bipartisan push to save Glenn Medical Center, what our local congressmen have planned. Plus, we show you the outcome of the special Reading City Council meeting after claims corruption is the reason for current money problems. And we'll tell you why President Trump is backing off plans to send the National Guard into San Francisco.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
New at noon, our congressional representatives have a new plan to reopen Glenn Medical Center in Willows. Senator Adam Schiff announced plans to introduce a new bipartisan bill with help and input from Congressman Doug LaMalfa. The legislation aims to restore the center's critical access designation. The hospital closed after losing federal funding due to a distance calculation change by Medicare and Medicaid. Action News Now reporter Margot Rowe will speak with both Schiff and LaMalfa today and will bring us a full report on the plan this evening on Action News Now. Also new at noon, police in Paradise arrested 2 people on drug charges after they were found sleeping in a car at a high school event. Officers say 37-year-old Alex Fernandez and 41-year-old Desiree Gomez were in a car parked in a disabled spot near the football field at Paradise High. Police say Fernandez had a felony warrant and was carrying methamphetamine. They also say he drove with a suspended license. Gomez was arrested for public intoxication. A live look now over Shasta County. This is from the Alert California Highline Trail camera. A little more sunshine before wet weather moves in. Meteorologist Mikkel Hannah Harding has a look at what you can expect.
Well, good afternoon, Linda. We saw some fog in the valley for this morning, but we are heading towards a beautiful day once again. Could see a little more sunshine out there today. We're looking from Tom Head Lookout here at the moment in Tehama County. What a beautiful shot right there. You can already see the stream of moisture here setting up with our next approaching system, which will be an atmospheric river as we do head through this weekend. But we have some positive trends in the forecast for that. Stick around for the full forecast to hear more. But in the valley right now, we see middle 60s and temperatures near 70 around Reading. As you head out towards Chester, Bernie, we're in the upper 50s, lower 60s, so a little bit cooler in the Sierra and the Cascades for today as well. We'll look at temperatures maxing out in the 70s for Chico, and a similar feel as you head towards Reading. Could be a little bit warmer. We'll look at your forecast in more detail coming up.
All right, thank you, Mikkel. A fire broke out at the tennis and pickleball courts at Orland High School. Take a look. You can see it burned the net at the courts. It happened at about 8:30 last night. Rossi Dynamic Photography sent us this picture and said police were at the scene. We reached out to the Orland Police and Fire Departments and will let you know when we learn more details. The CHP and Anderson Police asking for your help finding a suspect who led officers on a chase from Shasta County into Tehama County. At about 11:30 yesterday morning, CHP tried to help Anderson officers stop a driver who did not pull over while traveling southbound from Anderson and into Tehama County. CHP said the driver ran from his truck and then stole a white Ford F-350 pickup from a home. Authorities say the suspect rammed his way out of the home and escaped. A be on the lookout alert has been issued. If you have any information, call the Anderson Police Department. The Reading City Council held a special meeting about budget decisions in recent years that led to a deficit. This after Councilmember Tanessa Audette raised concerns about a drop in the city's financial reserves and about pay raises. Audette has raised questions about what the council knew about the city's financial situation. City Treasurer and Finance Director Greg Robinette presented how pandemic sales tax revenues did not meet projections starting in 2022. He said that information was presented to the council at the time. Audette has questioned why salary increases were approved at a time when it appeared the city council could not afford them.
Our books are inaccurate, and my number one goal in all of this, if you want to know what my motivation is, it is to do my job, which is to have accurate assessments of what our city financials are. That is my goal.
I do not see any corruption so far, or any fraud or any deception. What I do see is mistakes which were made, and we need to learn from them.
The council voted to have staff put together suggestions for changes to future budget negotiations, including possibly creating an independent committee to review the budget structure and set up a finance committee. It is day 23 of the federal government shutdown, and Senate Democrats blocked a bill to pay some federal employees who are working during the shutdown. A procedural vote on the Republican bill failed to get the 60 votes needed to pass. Senate Democrats are expected to present their own motion to pay all federal workers. That would also block the Trump administration from initiating more mass firings.
They say they want everybody to get paid. I've got great news for them. The clean, continuing resolution sitting at the desk would pay everybody. Everybody. We just need 5 more Democrats to support it. 5 more gets us to 60. Takes a supermajority in the Senate.
The Republican bill is a ruse. It's nothing more than another tool for Trump to hurt federal workers and American families and to keep this shutdown going for as long as he wants. We will not give Donald Trump a license to play politics with people's livelihoods.
Democrats in the House are expected to return to D.C. next week. The House was last in session September 19th. Speaker Mike Johnson has said the chamber will only return after the government reopens. San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie announced today President Trump told him during a phone call last night that he is calling off his planned deployment of federal agents to San Francisco. But that announcement came after a large group of protesters tried to block the entrance to the Coast Guard island in Alameda. As dozens of federal agents arrived at the base, those protesters were met with flashbangs and were forced to move. President Trump posted on social media today he agreed with Mayor Lurie that San Francisco is making progress in reducing crime. Video shows the entire White House East Wing has now been demolished as President Donald Trump moves forward with construction of a new ballroom. A 2-story structure of drawing rooms and offices, including a walkway to the White House, has been turned into rubble. The president plans to build what he says is now a $300 million ballroom, nearly twice the size of the White House itself, and said it is something presidents have wanted for years. New at noon, Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier are among more than 30 people charged with illegal sports betting and rigged poker games backed by the mafia. Rozier's lawyers previously said he was told that an initial investigation determined he did nothing wrong. No comment yet from Billups. FBI Director Kash Patel is providing more details later today. We will keep you posted. Still ahead, a big night out to build tiny homes. A guest joins us with details on a fun way for you to help wildfire survivors.